Hey, what's up, folks? It's been a while since we've made a video, mostly because we've been here working like absolute madmen. A little while back, we set a pretty significant goal for ourselves, and that was specifically, how do we both improve our efficiency and the quality of our products simultaneously while leaving the provision to scale up production even more beyond that. And it was definitely a pretty significant challenge, which required a large investment of both time and money on our part. But it's finally come to fruition, and we're extremely happy with the results. So basically, we were faced with the challenges that I laid out, and the way we went about that was by attempting to reverse engineer the processes of some much larger manufacturers on a scale that was compatible with our operation here. And that includes a combination of several factors, the two most significant being vacuum forming, which is substantially faster and more consistent than foam press forming, as well as in some applications the use of precision molds, which we've had to make ourselves. So for the lower volume products that we make, we are using the butterflied multi-molds from our friend Tony at Multi-Holsters, and we make some small modifications to those, and those constitute an improvement in quality and efficiency on their own. But for the biggest, most significant seller, that being Glock holsters, we had to go to a great effort to basically develop an entirely new mold for ourselves. And first, before I get any further, I'd like to thank Andrew Henry at Henry's Holsters for bringing us an opportunity to get involved in some useful technology, as well as Jay at Raven for giving me a lot of really good advice and answering a lot of my questions as we went along. So previously, we had essentially Frankensteined a couple Glock blue guns to fit our purposes. Now, many of you guys out there making fold-over style holsters like this will be aware that, say you make one for a 19, it doesn't quite fit your 26 the way you were hoping it would. So we had spent a lot of time with a set of calipers and some guns trying to figure out how we can make that adjustment, and a lot of you have received our sort of the accesses and skeletons that we made with that process. Now, that required a lot of mocking up blue guns, other kind of cannibalizations, and making a special press to fit it perfectly, and that resulted in a more consistent product, but it was actually slower to make them on average than other holsters. So what we did is we got involved with some CAD and some milling, and developed our own in-house molds, which we cut and designed all ourselves to overcome a lot of these issues. And what you're looking at here is a substantial improvement in the quality of our holsters. Basically, we're kind of doing some things that I didn't think we'd ever be able to do at this size and at this level. So I'm very pleased with that. In addition to that, I don't know if I mentioned it, but over the past week alone, using this technology, we've been able to triple our output, which is significant for us, and we haven't even scaled it to the point that we intend to. So what I'd like to do is go over some of the improvements we've made to the Glock model holsters that we make. So first of all is the universal fit. So for example, I'll take right here a 17 blue gun. I don't have every single gun in the world handy, but I'll just demonstrate with the blue guns. So we can go from a 17 to a 26 with no difference in function whatsoever. We've been able to generalize certain parts of the mold while keeping it precise and a nice clean look. We've also added this consistent retention dimple on both sides, which gives us the same retention holster to holster. Additionally to that, we've one of the problems we encountered with blue gun press forming is that when we include provisions like mock-ups to fit extended controls, over a number of presses, those will shift and deteriorate, at which point we have to stop production, rebuild the mold, improve the mold, try and secure it more firmly, and it just degrades over repeated molding. Now, since we can mill these molds ourselves, we can take advantage of the sort of one-piece solid mold design to include provisions for extended controls, like on the 34, for example, or those of you who use the Glock factory extended release on your other models, and or like the Vickers slide release or slide stop. It fits in perfectly with no issue, no spreading, no dragging whatsoever. And on top of that, what you'll see as well is, on later generation Glocks, the extractor is also a loaded chamber indicator. So I'm going to put a snap cap in this guy. And come here. And what you can see is that when there's a round in the chamber, this actually sticks up from the slide. So I'll show you on this model my RMR cut access. I'll show you here on the black one because it's easier to see. We've included a small standoff provision in the mold to prevent that extractor from dragging inside the holster, which is a detail that we're extremely proud of. So we've managed to improve both the functional and aesthetic appearance of the holster without sacrificing any quality. We're still doing all the fit and finish by hand. We're just able to mold a more consistent, perfect holster every single time at a higher rate of speed. So I'm very pleased with what we've been able to accomplish. Look forward to our wait times falling even more as we get the ball rolling on scaling this up a little bit more. I want to thank everybody who's stuck with us as we've experienced the growing pains and whatnot, and I'm looking forward to getting these guys out into the world and seeing where we go from here. So thanks so much again. You can visit us at PHLster.com and check out the holsters we offer.